I don't want you fans to think I don't like these players. I do. But people are crazy. So it's funny about this. We were talking about this as a staff, Jonathan, is that when you played in the game, starters would play a series or two, and then you were off. But now, the joint scrimmages, people are using those almost more than games. So a lot of teams aren't using any starters. So let me ask you, what am I supposed to take with young quarterbacks crushing it in preseason now? I feel like it's all like an optical illusion.
No, you hit it on the head, Colin. You don't take anything from it. You look and you say, all right, he's got a live arm. He can move around. He looks pretty accurate. But you're never going to know until it's game one, game two. Bullets are live. Starters are playing. And so you just hope that right now he's making good decisions. And, let's also not forget there's no pressure on him as far as, I have to be the starter. Or if I don't play well, I'm going to get cut. Right? So he's just out there just playing. I say he, referring to Zach Wilson, as you went on your 10-minute rant about him, it's easy right now. He can't do any wrong. And if he threw a few interceptions, people say, he's a rookie. If he throws touchdowns, he's great. So, that level of or lack of pressure that he has right now and that level of performance, it's going to be real easy right now. I don't take any stock in any of it right now.
Let me ask you about the Saints. Their streak of 4 straight division titles feels like it could come to an end. They had to cut salary. They've shown an ability to win without Drew Brees. But I'll tell you, I don't look at them the same today as I did 2 to 3 years ago. You're a former Saints great. How do you look at their roster and their chances this year?
I do look at them with the same amount of, I'll say, enthusiasm as prior years because you still have an offensive line that's great. Teron Armstead, Ryan Ramczyk. You still have Alvin Kamara in the backfield, one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in the game. Defensively, you're solid, except for up front. You're looking at Demario Davis at linebacker. Malcolm Jenkins still does well. Cameron Jordan still performs well. So they have all the makings to assemble a really good team around either Jameis Winston or Taysom Hill. And then it's about going out there for Jameis or for Taysom and don't screw it up. Frankly, it's as simple as that, right? Don't force the issue. Don't screw it up. Don't have a bunch of turnovers. It's okay winning games 17-10. Sean may not like that. He calls himself an offensive guru. But at the end of the day, you're winning games. That's all that matters. And until they get more comfortable, that's a style of football that they're going to have to play where it's a reliance on the offensive line, reliance on Kamara, reliance on the defense, and then let the quarterbacks or quarterback, if they only go with one the whole season, let that person get into a groove.
Jonathan, when Cam Newton was going to be the starter, and now he's going to miss 5 practices because of a mess up with a COVID situation. Belichick is a very no-nonsense guy. I can look at this and think, last year he got COVID. This year there's a disruption with COVID. Do you think it's enough of a headache for Belichick that he just says, I'm just going to go with Mac Jones. I'm over this stuff. Or do you think he'll be more sympathetic to Cam and keep starting him?
Yeah, I think we as the media, we're making it bigger than what it is. The end of the day, the most important is that Cam Newton has been playing well and been practicing well. And because of that, Bill Belichick is saying, I'm going with what I see on the practice field. I'm going with what I see in the games. And so he's made no bones about it. He is in Bill Belichick that Cam is a starter going into week 1. Yeah, there's some misunderstanding. Who knows what happened? But I think the media, because of Cam and what we know him to be, and we try to kind of make more out of it than what it really is. I actually equated to Odell Beckham when he was with the Giants, and there was always something going on with Odell Beckham. And I'll never forget when I was on one of the talk shows with the other network, Odell Beckham was in Cleveland. He'd really done nothing until he decided to wear a watch. And then all of a sudden, everyone's like, oh, my God, Odell, he's wearing a watch. And oh, my goodness, that's just such a distraction. And I'm like, guys, it's a watch. It's not a distraction. The only reason we're even talking about it is because it's Odell. And we've heard of all the things and the antics from before. So we're trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. I equate that to what Cam is going through right now. Look, he's played well, practiced well. He hasn't been late. He hasn't had poor practices. He hasn't thrown 5 interceptions. Look at him right now in these highlights. He's getting in and out of the pocket. So, look, I don't see this as an issue. I doubt Bill Belichick is going to say, all right, I'm going to start the rookie, possibly lose games because of this rookie, because Cam Newton had some sort of issue with COVID.
Hey, the Bears quarterback competition is interesting because the fans are all in on Justin Fields. And Justin, to me, he's played 2 years of college, so he's got big boy reps. He played in the Big Ten. He's played in big games, gone on the road, 90,000 people. It's not like, some of these guys come out and they, Kyler Murray I like, but he was a 1-year starter. Like, that's not a lot of reps. So Justin Fields, to me, is NFL ready. Trevor Lawrence is NFL ready. But I can make an argument for a game to start. I get the Andy Dalton argument. If you had to choose, would you just rip the Band-Aid off and just go, I'm going with a kid? How would you massage, Jonathan, this quarterback situation with the Bears?
I would go with Andy Dalton. Because Justin Fields, as physically gifted as he is, he doesn't have the experience that Andy Dalton has. And I'm talking about every time I went against a rookie quarterback. Matter of fact, Cam Newton, for example, we said, all right, we're going to confuse him mentally, which is going to slow him down physically. So we started throwing coverages. We would roll our safeties. We would have a guy line up on the line of scrimmage, just a look that he hadn't seen in film before, just to make him stop and say, I don't remember this. I hadn't seen that on film. What is that? So now when the ball is hyped, he gets the ball, he has to think about what is the defense before he can even figure out his reads and where to go with the football. Every time we did that to a rookie quarterback, they all of a sudden start 1 second, 2 seconds too long with that football, and then we get after them. And when you get after them, all of a sudden they start getting hit. We've heard all the quarterbacks say it. Sam Darnold said he's seeing ghosts, and there was 13 men out there. That goes for every rookie. Ask Peyton Manning when he first started. 3-13 that year, looked horrible. No one would have thought that he was going to bounce back from that. So I always look at these rookie quarterbacks and say, as much as we like their physical attributes and what they're doing in preseason, regular season is a completely different animal. And if you get the heebie-jeebies early and often because you got out there too soon, it's tough sledding to get back from that and bounce back from that. So I would take the Ben Roethlisberger approach, Aaron Rodgers approach. These guys sat. They saw another quarterback in front of them, and then they performed well when it was their time. Ben Roethlisberger, not so much. He had the running game for him, and I remember playing against him, but especially the Aaron Rodgers approach. I thought that was really good, and Chicago should do the same thing.
Good stuff. Jonathan Vilma, Fox Sports. Hope you had a great weekend. The Saints Hall of Famer, inducted a few years back. Love having you on the team, and good seeing you again.
Thanks, Colin. Good talking with you.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.